Welcome to my vlogs, Love Ultras. This is episode 36 and I'm John Kynaston. And continuing with my countdown to the Northern Traverse race. I'm recording this on Sunday the 22nd of April 2018, and so it means that next Saturday, which will be the 28th of April, and the race will be just 2 weeks away. So definitely getting down to the sharp end. This week I've just had a very easy week. Basically I did my last big week when I was on the course last weekend, and so I purposely wanted just to do 2 easy runs. So on Wednesday I just did a road run at lunchtime, just under 6 miles quite comfortably, and then yesterday Katrina joined me and we had a lovely run up on the Braes, and it was quite encouraging because 2 weeks ago when I ran on the Braes it was still quite muddy in places and hard going, but yesterday the sun was out and it's amazing just how much the course has dried up, just that little bit on the Braes close to where I live in Paisley. So I'm hoping that it's going to be similar on the Northern Traverse route. A lot of those muddy bits that I've recce'd will hopefully be a bit drier. And in fact, I did see on Facebook that someone had said that the course is starting to dry up. So that's good news for 2 weeks' time when we run the race. Well, I'm recording this on the Sunday before that Saturday, so basically 3 weeks today will be the 13th of May, which is actually our daughters Emma and Joe, their 30th birthday, so I'm missing that anyway. But it'll be three weeks today. We'll be running throughout that Sunday, and hopefully it'll be the course will be that bit drier. It's interesting this week, two people at different times have asked me whether I'm nervous about doing the race, and it's made me think a little bit about, am I nervous? And I think my reaction has been, no, I'm not nervous, but I am really excited about doing the race. I think because last year I lost 4 months with this tendon injury. I had to DNF in the West Highland Way, which is the first race I've ever DNF'd. And then I missed 3 other races which I'd planned to do. So I think having missed that time and not been able to run, I'm just so grateful that I'm be able to do this race. So my feeling, I don't feel nervous, I just feel excited and looking forward to the challenge. I know it's going to hurt at some point, and maybe a lot of the time, but again, that's part of the challenge. I like to push myself and to see whether I can do it. And having done the whole course now, it's given me a good idea about what I'm in for and what's to come in the race. So I do feel excited and just looking forward. I'm just hoping that these next 2 or 3 weeks I can just sort of get through without doing anything silly, and so by the time I get on the start line I'll feel refreshed and ready and looking forward to getting on that start line with all the others and starting the race at 9 o'clock on the 12th of May. Now for this video I thought what I would do is I would just give you my plan for the race. Now I know full well that some people will hate this and they will think, no, that's you shouldn't be doing that, you've got to run by feel and you just got to take as it goes. But I think one of the great things about ultra running is that it suits different people's personalities, and I love to plan, I love to organise, and so for me I'd probably go the extreme in the sense of having this plan that I have, and I know it's not for everybody, but it suits me. And so what you're going to see next is me just talking through my plan, and I've got an overall plan of the big picture, as it were, the main checkpoints and how long I'm going to stop there, and my sleep strategy. And then also I break it down into all my little mini splits, and just to give you an idea of how it works for me. So as I say, just take this is my idea, this is my way of doing it. I'm not saying it's for everybody, but maybe there's others out there who like to plan as well. And if anyone wants the spreadsheet, just let me know, I can send it to you. And all the blue columns that you'll see, if you change those times, it changes everything else. So if you do want a copy, let me know and I'm more than happy to send it to you. So anyway, this is my plan for the Northern Traverse. After my 3 recce weekends, I've basically got an overall plan now of for the race. Now, I don't know whether I'll be anywhere near this, don't know whether it's optimistic, don't know whether it's really pessimistic, but it's what it is. And I like to have a plan, I like to have something that I can work with, and so this is my plan. So you can see here, this is the 4 main checkpoints at Patterdale, Kirkby Stephen, Richmond, Lion Inn, and then the finish at Robin Hood's Bay. These distances are basically based on my watch that I've done on the recce's. There's a few where I didn't do it completely, and so I've guessed a little bit, but they're roughly based on my distances that I did. So this will be the leg distance. St Bede's to Patterdale, 41.9. Patterdale to Kirkby Stephen, 36, 34.9, 44.9, and 28.6. And this is what my aim is. So plan is to 14 hours to Patterdale, then another 14 hours to Kirkby Stephen, another 12 hours to Richmond and a bit, 16 hours to Lion Inn, and then 10 hours 15 to Robin Hood's Bay. Now my rest, I'm planning to have an hour at Patterdale. I'm not planning to sleep there, but I would like to stop and have something to eat. It will be 11 o'clock at night, so I'm sure I'll be ready for something to eat then and get me going through the night. And then at Kirkby Stephen, I've put 2 hours because I plan to have something to eat when I arrive, then have a sleep for an hour and a half, and then something to eat before I leave and get ready. So that's the plan there. At Richmond, I put an hour and 15 because I think I'm going to have another sleep there. I don't think I can get all the way to Lion Inn. So I think the plan is, what I'd like to do is maybe have 20 minutes there, half an hour, sleep with something to eat either side. So that will be the plan. And that will be, again, I'll arrive in the dark and then hopefully leave in the light. And then once I get to Lion Inn, same thing there, probably have a something to eat, a 20-minute sleep, and then get going for the final section. So that's my overall plan in a rough idea. And then this is my breakdown. So if you can see here, I've broken this down into little segments. So St Bede's to Ennerdale. These are all based on the runs that I've done. So these are the ascent and descent that I've recorded on my watch. This is the distance. St Bede's to Sandwith is 4.77. Sandwith to Cleethorpes, 4.88. Cleethorpes to Ennerdale Bridge, 5.33. And I've tried to give myself a realistic target for those. I don't want to be too fast. I don't want to be too slow. Over here in this box, I've put, just as an indicator, Andy Cole, my good friend, he finished the race in 81 hours. And so I thought I'd put his down as more of as a guide. And then Neil Beale, I think it was. I was trying to find the closest person to 72 hours, and I think he was 70 and a half or something. So that was a little bit quicker than I planned to go, but I thought I'd put his down as well. So that's the plan. And then you can work way through. So Endale to Honister, I hope to be there in about 7 hours 30. So maybe a little bit slower than Andy, and certainly slower than Neil. And then to Grasmere, planning to be there in 11:05. So it's in between the two times of them. Patterdale. Now this is where it's hard to know how much these guys stopped. I know when I spoke to Andy, I'm sure he said he stopped for at least a couple of hours at Patterdale. I'm not obviously sure what Neil did, but I've put an hour there. And then I've done my split actually Haweswater, so I didn't put theirs down there because I didn't think it was as helpful. Sharp, plan to be there in just under 22 hours, which is sort of bang on what Neil was, and about an hour faster than Andy. Then Kirkby Stephen, that's going to be my main stop. So again, I'm sort of in between the two times, which is about right. Then Kirkby Stephen to Keld. Again, I think the split actually goes 9 standard, so I did mine to Keld. But then the next one that I compare with the guys is Reeth, and I'm looking at 39.45, and again that's sort of halfway between those two. To Richmond, and as I explained, I'll probably have a shorter sleep there, and then maybe I'll need a longer one, I don't know, but that's the plan at the moment. And then the next little mini split to Danby Wisk. Again, right in the middle of those two times, so hopefully that's realistic. And then to Lordstone, again, right in the middle, so hopefully that will be good. lodestone to line in. The ones in yellow here are the ones which I've had to estimate a little bit, and same with the ascents and descents, because Blowfield Crossing to line in is the bit that I didn't do. I know to Blowfield Crossing and the Hardmoors route, but then I didn't do that bit, but I've been told that was basically a fairly straightforward 5.5 miles down the disused railway track. And then to Gleisdale, so again in the middle there. Hopefully that pace will be realistic, around about 20-minute miling. Gleisdale to Hoxter. So this is the bit I did last Saturday with James and Stephen. So hopefully these will be fairly realistic. You can see the climb there from Grosmont up. There was a good climb out. So hopefully I give myself a little bit longer to do that. And then the final section, 4.41 miles in 140. That's my aim. I think both Andy and Neil did it quicker than that, but I wanted to give myself a realistic amount there. So that's my plan. And what I do is I'll print these out and I'll cut them out and I'll laminate them and I'll carry them with me. And I quite like the idea of working through them. And so when I throw one away, then it means I'm a step closer. So this is my mini plan. As I said, we'll see how at the end, once I've done it, how closely I resembled the plan. And what I do find with these little mini plans is if I have a bad section, so say for example, Grasmere to Patterdale, instead of 2 hours 40, say it takes me 3 hours 10, I'd just try and forget that then, and I'd just work on the next one. Okay, from Patterdale to Haweswater, I've got 3 hours, and I'll just try and forget the fact that I'm behind. And the overall, I'll just let it take care of itself. If I can look after each little mini split, so when I get to Haweswater, it's to that gate of the Leighton 100 course. If I can do that around about 55 minutes, that's what it's about. And it's just trying to see if I can keep that going. So there's my plan.
So, as I said, it's not for everybody, but if you found that helpful, then great. If not, if you just laughed all your way through it, then that's fine as well. We're all different, and we're all got a different way of approaching these things and doing things differently. This is going to be my medium week. I'd planned to have an easy week after the last weekend, and then I'm going to start my taper from next weekend, from next Monday, and 2 weeks. And the last 2 weeks I'll just be running every other day and just taking it easy. But this week I wanted to have a little bit of a medium week, as it were. So my plan is I'll run tomorrow, Monday, I'll do my run around Pollock Park. And then Wednesday I'll probably just do an easy road run, just 5 miles or so. And then I'm thinking actually Thursday night, I've not done a Ben Lomond run at all because the weather's been so bad and it's been so icy up there. I didn't really see the benefits. So, but it's clear now. So I think I might after work go up and do a Ben Lomond. I'm not going to race, I'm not going to push it hard, but I'll take my poles and I'll just have a little practice with them as well, going up a bigger climb, because that's about 3,000 feet, which is bigger than probably most of the climbs that I'll do on the race. So that will be quite good. So I think I'll do that on the Thursday, and then next Saturday, Katrina and myself are helping out at the Fling, so I won't run on the Saturday because we're busy from 4 in the morning till evening. But I'll probably get out on the Braes for 11 miles or so on the Sunday. So that's my plan for this coming week. And then next weekend, I'm not quite planned yet what I'll do on the vlogs, but I'll be thinking about some aspect of the race. Obviously, as we build up, it will be getting very, very close. So have a good week, everybody, and I'll speak to you next weekend.